Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And this one will be fair caught. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up of the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. If you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He eludes the rush. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. That's a design quarterback keeper. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Throws it to the right. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes, and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Set it down for the offense. First down. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. They're going to run it here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Toss play. Back heads to his right. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball to the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
The Tigers are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. But he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
2nd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid game for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back in motion now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway to set up the offense at the 38.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And here comes the offense back out on the field now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. On the run here, lets it go. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense operating from the pistol. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Now it's third and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he can't quite come up with the interception. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. They're going for it, but the offense needs 13 yards on this 4th down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Gilbert. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Brought down just short of the end zone. With 1st and goal from the 1.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And I think the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And the fullback takes a turn running the football. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Takes the handoff again. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Nice run here by this Wisconsin running back to pick up the first down, and you love to see Wisconsin when they can run the ball. Think about this, the embarrassment of riches that the Badgers have had over the years. Monty Ball and Melvin Gordon and Jonathan Taylor, and going back to Ron Dane, who won the Heisman. So many good backs that have played at Camp Randall.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 10. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops with the 2-minute warning. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Spins away from defenders. The gain moves the ball to the 34. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Important second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, caught to the right. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff, testing the middle. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. And there's the handoff. And tackled there by the defense. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. Physical one-breaking tackles. And the returner steps out. They'll mark the football right there. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And the Badgers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Play action here on 1st down. He's going to take another shot right here. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football. But throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. And now another deep ball here. He fires this throw and he's intercepted.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. It's a shotgun run call. And the defense tackles into what should be the final play of this 1st half. Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick this deep to begin the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Quarterback still with the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out into the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Offense getting set. It's second down. We go with a direct snap. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That run sets up a critical third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Defense is coming after him. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this third down. We'll see what happens with the decision on fourth down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
Offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And at first down, they go right back to him. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Now it's second down here. They'll hand it off. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
And the Badgers will line up on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the right side. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, good push up front here, and this back, I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
You're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here's the second down play. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Wisconsin 7.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, you're ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And the Badgers are in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, and on the 4th quarter to give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Price. And he's brought down at the 16 and would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They bring him down right at the 20.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grab behind the line. It's Gilbert. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
At the 15-yard line. 2nd down.
2nd down play coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Badgers. This offense is still clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Point after, knocked right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. He's tackled at the 17, so it'd been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
2nd and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. And the quarterback dropping back. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump. and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here. He flips it to the back across the middle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Now, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Now here comes the bunch formation. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. And he finds the running back in the flat. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that play.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the first down.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And the defense takes a timeout to stop the clock with 28 seconds remaining. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. The attempt from 47 yards. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it and fourth down in their territory and got stopped. First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his second catch in this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally brought down, but the game moves it to a 3-4. The Tigers come to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the flat by the running back. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. The clock at 0-0. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the